Coming to theaters December 12th and 13th of 2022, 5,000 Blankets is a heartwarming and inspiring story that shows how faith and family can really come together and do good in a community. I'm John from Jesus Flicks, and I am reviewing 5,000 Blankets, the latest film to be in theaters from Affirm Films and Sony Pictures. So let's dig right into things. Please forgive me as I read the screen here. I want to make sure I get these details right. Inspired by a remarkable true story, 5,000 Blankets is filled with hope and highlights the power of family and faith. When her husband has a mental breakdown and goes missing, a woman, Cindy, and her young son set out to find him on the streets, sparking a movement of compassion. I'm looking around my tripod. Sorry about this, folks. Compassion towards those in need and inspiring a city. It stars Anna Camp, Carson, Minniear, Rob Mays. It's rated PG-13, and that's because it deals with mental health issues. It's got a running time of about an hour and 45 minutes, and it's a drama. All right, let's get into this and talk about the story, the characters, the themes, the execution, and the appeal. So the story. Because this is based on a true story, it's pretty well fleshed out. It makes sense. It follows a logical path. And of course, I'm sure that the screenwriters embellished things a little bit or changed the order of the way things may have happened. It happens a lot just to keep the tension and to actually create a story around the true events. But I didn't feel like anything was far-fetched. I felt like it was well written, and it served the purpose of conveying the theme and the ideas and the story of Philip's wish and its origins to the audience. So the characters, since they're based on real people, they felt, well, they did feel real. They felt quite real. I never felt like there was a token, any kind of character in there. I felt like each of the characters helped with specific points in the story and the plot, and I was really rooting for the characters. I think knowing that this is based on true events has you a little bit more invested in the story and the people in the movie. So the themes, there are some very strong themes in this one. The first one and the most obvious one is dealing with mental health. There's a lot of homeless people in cities all over the country and all over the world that have mental health issues. And this movie really highlights that, how someone can go from a seeming successful person having a great family and just crash out, really, basically, due to mental health issues, out of no fault of their own and no fault of those around them. The other themes in there are of community and of church, that really where you see people coming together to help those less fortunate, which is a great theme, and I think goes well for the season. Now that it's the holiday season, people are usually more in a giving mood. And so this is a great time of the year to release a movie like this. Now the execution of the movie I thought was great too. We're not dealing with any kind of special effects or anything like that. The sets were in homes and on the streets of a city, and so it made for a very realistic settings. I felt like the acting was solid. I felt like the story writing was solid. And I don't really have any complaints. Affirm Films has done very well lately with releasing movies. The quality that they produce is good, and certainly good enough to be in the theaters. You know, I think in certain markets, this film would do better than others and could probably sustain an even longer run in the theaters, because yeah, this is good enough to be in the theaters. So who is this film going to appeal to? One of the things that I really like about this movie is it doesn't come out and say, you need Jesus, why aren't you a Christian? It comes out and it says, let's be the hands and feet of Jesus. And so this will appeal to very many people, obviously people in the church, but I think even people who are, and I've mentioned this before, church adjacent, and who just want to do good in the community. This has broader appeal because the push of this film was not one about making sure the homeless people come to know Jesus, but more of bringing Jesus to them and helping them. And that's something that I think a lot of people will resonate with, whether they're Christians or not. I think another thing that people will resonate with is the fact that a church community came and surrounded a family that was dealing with a very serious loss. I can't imagine what it must have been like for Cindy and Phillip to have lost their husband and their father just out of the blue. And despite the bittersweet ending to this movie, I'm not going to give it away. I think that, wow, I think it'll appeal to a lot of people, and it really will highlight the massive problem that we have in our country and around the world with homelessness, and that there are real people on the other side of that. And hopefully that's a positive message that people will enjoy when they go and see this movie. So it's out in theaters for 2 days, December 12th and December 13th. You can get tickets online. It's at the Fathom Events website. There's a link in the description below. And as well, hey, while you're watching this, let's give away another $10 Amazon gift card. If you are a US subscriber to my channel, leave a comment below and you'll be entered to get a $10 Amazon gift card. The only caveat is if you've won a gift card from me in the last 6 months, you won't be eligible. I just want to share the love. I don't want to accidentally select someone else when it comes to it. So feel free to leave a comment if you've won a gift card, but please understand that you won't be eligible for another 6 months. So that's it. My name's John from Jesus Flicks. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I hope you go and see this in the theaters. Bye.